It's Lena. So it is. What time is it? It's 4 o'clock. Pretty much. It's 3:57. I finished my first round of chemo. The staff is wonderful, and what's funny is that I was gonna work for this hospital system, but I was like, no, I would never work for them, and all this kind of stuff. But the experiences I've always had to go to them with the insurances that I've carried. The experiences that I've always had with the hospital system are wonderful. It's really changed my outlook. If I go back to work on the floor again, yes, I will definitely work for them because I have nothing but good experiences between my last two births. Because my daughter, we delivered in Morristown with midwives, which was wonderful, but I wasn't able to do that with my son because I had an incompetent cervix with him, so that I wasn't allowed to do that at that time. And my daughter was perfectly fine, but because of my last birth, it put me at high risk again. Okay, get back to chemo. So, I'm a little tired in the sense of I've been up early myself, and once I got my second last drug, a wave of tiredness hit me very quickly, and I had to use the bathroom, but it was like bam, within like 2 minutes. I said, oh, ooh. And I was doing tons of paperwork for our business, our home-based business, and also I had people coming in to see me as far as social workers, staff from different disciplines, and so on and so forth. So a lot of my time went very quickly, so I was able to do some of my paperwork, but not tons of it. It was okay because I had lots of questions on some of the things that will be happening, and so on and so forth. The oncology nurses are wonderful, and by the time that I left, they're like, do you want to come work with us? I was like, I'm thinking about it, man. Like, y'all work great together. And the managers are wonderful. Everybody is and they are on top with helping each other out like clockwork. There's a lot of volunteers in the center as well because a lot of people have battled some form of cancer, unfortunately, within our society, but it is getting a lot of recognition. It is one of the disciplines that people do find themselves volunteering in at a lot, that I see now that, unfortunately, I am in it and experiencing it from the patient side, not the nursing side. Another thing that I felt during the chemo treatment was initially was fine. You do have prophylactic drugs. For those that you don't know medical lingo, these are preventative drugs, so just in case. One of them would be they don't want you to have an anaphylactic shock or anything from all the meds you're getting, so they give you Benadryl via IV, and that really dried me out. I already drank 64 ounces before I left for the day by that point, and that's normal for me. Actually, I was past 64 ounces, and I had filled both of mine from their thing because I finished it. I started getting a little bit of a headache after the Perjeta, but one thing that was quite interesting is that once I had the chemo in me for maybe like 10 or 15 minutes, I felt a warmth throughout my body of the medicine being delivered throughout. But with the Perjeta, whoa, that went straight to my right breast with heat. Not intense heat, but not warmth. It was heat. I said, whoa, like, yeah, you're working on something there. Die, so that's what I came across with that experience. And that was quite profound for me because I was like, there is something there. This medicine is working on it. Because I did ask to see my scans, which a nurse practitioner saw me today and she showed me them. But my eye isn't trained with radiology and PET scans and stuff. It's trained with the maternal stuff. I can pick up stuff very easily on that, not just because I have children, but that is my discipline that I like to study on my own, and that's what I was attempting to go for eventually, but I started having my family, so I wanted to put that on hold. I like to pursue midwifery. I'm already a registered nurse, but I did not go into labor and delivery due to the fact that is a discipline I want to be in to get the hospital experience. But at the same time, that being said, I have my own family, and I have a very young family. And I'm kind of person, I don't want to feel rushed to have to leave work. If I want to sit for classes or anything of that kind of sort, I like to sit there and do it. While my children are young and my household is busy, I'm not going to split my time between my kids and my career at that point. My kids are going to take precedent. My husband's going to take precedent while they're small, and they need me. So anyhow, for now, they amp you up with antiemetics, which are drugs that hopefully keep you from being sick. One of the side effects of chemo, everybody knows, is being sick. Another side effect for the one particular medication, I think it's the Perjeta, is possibly very bad diarrhea, severe diarrhea in some cases for some people. So if you have a certain amount passed within a 24-hour period, you do want to notify your physician due to the fact they may need to bring you in and give you extra fluids IV, because with you getting dehydrated, for those that you do not know, it's not enough to just say I'm dehydrated. It actually throws off all your electrolytes in your body. And when you're already getting very heavy kind of medication, that can mess up your heart, that can mess up your breathing pattern. So I don't need that in my life, okay? I don't need that, and I don't have the time for it. So they'll be getting a phone call from me if I have some severe diarrhea. So anyhow, for now, I'm starting to come around again. I'm pretty sure I'll get a little sleepy tonight. But I'm about to go home to my children. My husband is at work. My mom's with my children right now. And I have to see to them for the rest of the night. I feel pretty good. I think I'll run with it. And I'll just pace myself for the rest of the evening with the children. It's towards the later half of the day anyways. So we are at the 4 o'clock hour. We are busy up until maybe 8:30 until I'm totally done with dinner and baths and settling them, if I stay on time. If I don't allow my son to nap or get tired, because he has a growth spurt. He's 17 months and he's starting to want to take naps later in the evening, like at 5 and all that. So I'm like, Ugh. And then the baby, she gets really, when she was nursing, she'll start cluster feeding around that time. No longer nursing. So in that case, the bottle does work, because I can see what she takes, as opposed to just having her on me and shoo. And then my oldest, she's pretty ready to go by that point. But anyhow, I will keep you updated, like I said. I think come morning time, maybe I'll record again, and over the next few days, because they amp you up with such good medication. A few days out, from my understanding, you feel pretty good. And then is when after that, all that medication's out, is when you get smacked with maybe lack of energy, the sickness, if it comes. Some people don't get it. And I'm going to try to really amp myself with dense nutrients foods that I can handle. I love spice, and that's our culture. We eat very spicy food. But I may have to watch it depending on my symptoms. So I will get back to you later. But I hope everything is going well with everybody. And I will keep you updated, okay? So long.